Alright, so I got one arm done. But as you can tell, the other one is not exactly in working condition. As you can clearly tell, I had to go in there and cut it off. Simply put, for some reason or another, when I was building this arm, it didn't. The dimensions didn't exactly fit. Basically, in layman's terms, I wasn't able to keep the proper shape. So I just basically cut it off at a point where I know it's easy to work with, and I'm going to basically rebuild. Basically, I'm going to actually rebuild. I'm going to actually just rebuild this whole piece before actually attaching it and adding in the reinforcements and whatnot. Luckily, with the way Freyja is designed, there's supposed to be a nice little there's supposed to be a nice little covering over these things. So this is one of the very few times where we're gonna have a mess up this badly on something, and it'll be easily covered up down the road. Unlike with the little mess up I did right here, this mess up's gonna be very easily covered up. But like I said, I got one arm completed. I did add in reinforcements onto this side, but not onto this yet because I actually want to make sure the actual shape is proper before I actually go in there and reinforce this whole section. But this section is reinforced, though it does this a lot. But I think I can remedy that as I build upon this. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a popsicle stick in between here, and since it'll be hidden and won't be noticed, it'll hopefully stop the arm from doing this. So I'm going to rebuild this arm and come back. Alright, so what I had to do basically was just rip off her shoulder completely because when I was doing the forming, something went wrong. I don't know what exactly, unfortunately, because this shoulder here came out perfect. So basically I had to go in there, rebuild everything all over again, redo the forming. And if I actually place it correctly now on the body, granted it's not exactly 100% because I'm just basically doing a dry fit, it actually looks proper now. Again, I have no idea what went wrong in the initial forming process, but something went wrong, and I just had to basically just axe what I had initially, all that I had done initially. So give me a second to figure out how this thing properly goes on again. And even on the back end, it actually looks more or less proper. So again, I have no idea. So again, like I said, I have no idea what went wrong, but luckily it looks like me basically just pulling everything off and redoing it. Basically got everything to be the proper dimensions and whatnot. Again, though, one of the nice things about this particular model I'm building is that this whole section is going to be, again, like I stated, it's going to be covered. So all this ugliness you see right here, you won't be seeing once I actually add the little covering that goes here. Same thing on the other side. And that's why I'm okay with this section looking as shiny as it does. Because in the end, it's going to be all covered up. So with that said, I'm done for today. What I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to finish off this arm, get the hands put on, maybe build one set of fingers from one hand. But I know at the very least what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to finish off this arm, like I said, attach it. And then what I'm going to do is build a base, because right now having to lean her on my bed is not exactly really optimal, especially considering if I actually try to stand her up properly, she falls over. So I gotta go in there and basically add in I gotta go and make a platform so she can actually stand on and whatnot, and hopefully figure out a way so there's not too much front weight causing too much stress on the feet here. I don't think I have much problems, but again, I'm still figuring everything out. So yeah. Then again, if I place her on something that's not carpet, she actually stands up without any problems whatsoever, as you clearly can tell. But one thing you can tell though is that her sight is pointing ever so slightly downwards. It was the same thing with Min Mei. I tried to get this remedy with the guy that was doing the posing. He did go in there and move the face up ever so slightly, but it looks like either with the way I was building her or something that she's not exactly proper. But then again, if I just put her back ever so slightly like this, she is actually facing right. So I might just need to put some shims on her red shoe, right on the bottom of her red shoe to get her to properly be sitting up or standing upright and whatnot. So yeah, now I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. I just want to go to bed.